Wow. It's been a while. Actually, hold on. I keep saying it's been 6 months, but I just checked recently and my last episode came out October 30th, 2025. So we count the months. Today is May 25th, 2026. Oh my God. It's been almost 7 months. And honestly, that feels very on brand for my life right now. Because somewhere in those 7 months, life just kept happening. And if I'm being real, I think I forgot how much happened. Last time you hear from me, I had just released my sertraline episode. I was talking about medication, mental health, healing, trying to understand myself a little bit more. And I think I was entering a season of starting things, like starting conversations, starting healing, starting to ask myself questions I had avoided for a really long time. And then life happened. A lot of life happened. I think for a while, I felt like I needed to come back with answers. Like I had to disappear and return transform. Like I had to come back with a lesson, a conclusion, a before and after. Because I think that that's what we do sometimes. We disappear and tell ourselves, okay, I will come back when I have it figured out. But that never supposed to be lo que Ale no dijo. These podcasts exist for a reason. I'm Ale, Alex. And lo que Ale no dijo literally means the things Ale didn't say. The things I didn't post. The things I didn't explain. I didn't have the opportunity to explain. The things that stayed in drafts. The things that I carry. And honestly, this podcast was never supposed to be perfect. This was always supposed to be my journal. For me, for my kids, for whoever listens to me, for posterity. For the version of me that maybe listens back years from now and misses this. I really miss this. I neglected this for so long. Not because I stopped loving it. I think I neglected because life became really loud. And I became really quiet. Which is funny because today's episode, it's called Boundaries. And I used to think boundaries were these dramatic things. Like walking away, saying no, cutting people off, creating distance, drawing lines. But these last 7 months taught me something different. Sometimes boundaries are quiet. They can look like stepping back. They can look like protecting your peace. Sometimes boundaries look like you're not explaining yourself anymore. Sometimes boundaries look like survival. And these 7 months changed me a lot. There was motherhood. There was a lot of guilt. There were mornings that hurt. Moments where I questioned myself, my worth. Moments where I wondered if I was doing enough. If I was being enough. And there was dance. There was healing. There was rediscovery. Parts of me I forgot existed. Parts of me that needed attention too. Not just mom me, not just counselor me, not just partner me, Ale. And while I was away, life kept moving. I started Accutane. For the ones that don't know, that's an acne treatment back in December. And now I'm done. Finish. And no, this isn't an Accutane episode, okay? But it's weird because things like that become like timestamps. You remember who you were by the season you were surviving. Alignment. And somewhere in all of this, I started understanding myself differently. Not perfectly, not completely, just differently. I think I stopped trying to survive every day and started trying to understand myself. And for me, that was huge. I also realized I don't want this space to become something I perform. I don't want to wait until things are polished. I don't want to wait until I have answers. If I keep waiting, I'm going to disappear again. And I don't want to do that. And I don't want that. So maybe this podcast changed a little. Maybe Lo que Ale no dijo becomes more of a journal, more real time, more honest, less pressure. Because life is happening while I'm living it, not after. I used to think boundaries were walls. I don't think that anymore. I think boundaries are doors. Some stay open, some close, some need locks, and some I had to finally build. And if you are still here after almost 7 months, thank you so much. Really. Because Lo que Ale no dijo continues. Not because I have everything figured out or I have all the answers, but because I'm still becoming. And I think that's enough. Thank you for staying here. Let's keep going, okay? You got this. Take care.